Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to the blindness of eternity. When last we left off, we had just dropped off our wizard at our base in order to have him go out. We had received our first taxes, and we were introduced, well, I guess not introduced, it's been mentioned in the past, but we were quasi-introduced to the turn system, which I don't know exactly how it works. Oh, you complete quests.
Sure.
Interesting. So completing quests does that. Sort of interesting. So I wonder how many turns I have total. So this will be finished in 8 hours. Let's see if there's anywhere that I can go that will take 8 hours to reach. Let's speed things up a bit. I can do custom formations. Okay, so this is the party we'll take. 18 hours. Ooh, that's not good. We're gonna waste 10 hours here, but I don't see any way around it. Not without resting again, which would be silly. I didn't even check what we were building. Woodlands Trail. Okay, so we've completed the construction of that. And now we can do the next thing. So we've got 16 security and 12 prestige. If we get this completed, novel contraptions, curio shop, craft hall. We already have the craft hall. I think I'm gonna allow myself to take prisoners. I've reached a position where it seems like it would be meaningful. We already had one person who I think I could have taken prisoner if I had that. So I'm gonna do that. Now what I'm hoping for is that there will be another party member here in Defiance Bay. I kind of wanted to see if I could get to the ocean over here. Tempting to go to Searing Falls. But I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to go to... Oh, I could have just gone straight to Copperlane. I'm dumb. I went to the bridge instead of just going straight to Copperlane like I should have.
Sagani, does your fox bite?
Yes.
Can I pet him anyway?
It's your hand.
I'm gonna pet him.
Does your fox bite? Yes. Can I pet him anyway? Go for it. I don't care. I like it. So we're gonna pop up here. And looks like this leads to world map, this leads to catacombs, this leads to Brackenbury.
Mercenaries. All fancy weapons and no skill.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea,
Oh.
which is not very quiet.
Well-groomed man steps through the hall with a confident swagger and a smug grin on his face. He's flanked by 5 other hard-looking individuals. One of his companions eyes you for a moment before spitting chew at your feet. Another pup come wandering in, I see. Just know that Bin's giant slayers run things around here and you'll be fine. Never heard of him. You have now. Stick around Defiance Bay and you will again. Plenty of bounties to go around, but there's a reason the giant slayers get the lion's share. Remember that. The nimble. Enough jabber, Ben. Gonna do the job or talk about it? Lennon's right. That coin ain't gonna collect itself. See you around, pup. So we can do bounties here. Presumably. I assume that they're similar to the ones at the other place.
Don't stand on ceremony. State your business.
Can we go with 2, I guess. Good men and women trying to walk the footsteps of great men and women who came before us. We're a loose collection of warriors and expeditionaries from Deerwood. Not as fancy as the Crucible Knights, mind you, but at least we remember our roots. At least they remember someone else's roots and pretend to be like them, he means. I'm gonna go there too. What else you need?
Go see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
So let's see. I'll give you something to guard.
For the last time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up. If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off.
I'm gonna go 3. It's treasure hunting, plain and simple. Sponsors put up money, hire adventurers to explore the wilds looking for ruins mostly. If they come back alive, they split the spoils. If not, it's because they handle their weapons like this lot in front of me, who might as well be digging their own graves right now. Oh, well, that seems
You want
interesting.
an expedition? Talk to Wenin. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
Although, I do have something I need done. Something that requires competence. What do you need done?
I was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back.
I'm gonna go on a 1.
No. They'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn apart by dogs than give them the satisfaction.
Go 3.
It's a breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation.
Alright, well, I'll see what I can do.
And then it's Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind of fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out. I got word from a reliable source that Penhelm visited a forger in Andra's gift, right after being soul-scanned by a cipher in Dunreed Row. Should you have it in your heart to find a way to ruin his life while you're there, well, drinks on me.
Interesting.
It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
If generations of Master's traditions are any indication, this Penhelm probably doesn't remember it. Still, a past like that has to count for something. Alright, well. Easy enough. So... Weenan told me to go see this guy, and this guy told me to go see him. They seem to just be sending me back and forth. So, Solneld.
Well met, friend.
Haven't seen you before. You headed out with an expedition company, or are you betting on one? I'm gonna go Number 1. I'm afraid not. See, the dozens only do business with me so long as I only do business with them, and they're good customers. But if you get on Osric's good side, he can make an exception for you. He's probably training some of the new recruits right now. Interesting. So...
Time to see and not be seen.
just head over here. So what do we have? +1 dexterity. So Weenan... Daggers mark the locations of various Engwithan ruins. Notes posted around the map lists bets on current expeditions. So terrible. Interesting. So these guys just sent me back and forth. The one guy. I guess I'm not doing an expedition then. Okay, that's fine. So we will look into this guy. Aside from that, I'm actually tempted to leave the city and Dollar, we would have been there, we've been there. We haven't been to the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Let's go to the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Actually, let's go to the world map exit here, because we haven't gone to any of these world map exits, because we are dumb. We should have gone to each one of these in turn as we were going through them, or going by them. The other thing that I didn't do is I didn't check these buildings. You can't see whether you can go into a building unless you are near it. Maybe not. Well, under normal circumstances, it hasn't been letting me see doors unless I was adjacent to them, but now it seems to have changed its mind. Maybe it's not that. Alright, well, whatever. We are gonna pop in here.
All these pages serve no better use than fuel for the fire.
Yeah, sure, crazy man. Whatever you say.
Well met, friend.
Roland barely glances up from the tomes in the table as you approach. You're welcome to browse the stacks, but mind that you keep your voice down. This is still a temple after all, and Grimda doesn't tolerate disorder. Oh. I'm gonna go with number 2. Her eyes grow wide and round. That's because it is. Will is the god of mysteries and answers, encryption and decryption, concealment and revelation. Its guidance comes from the understanding of the unknown and the protection of hidden knowledge. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries was built to celebrate that. To think there's such a place in Deerwood. Incredible. I'd love a glimpse of the archives. How many secrets must sit on these shelves? Fascinating, isn't it? Temples dedicated to Whale tend to hold vast stores of knowledge. We use that knowledge to unravel and preserve the mysteries of the world. Anything else? I'm a scrivener and devotee of Whale. It's my duty to look after our records and resources. Why, she's the High Archivist. She's one of the most accomplished scholars alive today. Nothing goes on here without her knowing about it. Almost nothing, anyway. We should probably tread lightly around her today. So apparently there's something going on that she didn't know about. Symbols on these pages writhe and shift. They're dizzying to look at. Oh, okay. So let's go talk to this Wimda person. Keep searching. The obscured leaves clues for those who seek.
How do you do?
You're welcome to look around, but let the priests and scriveners continue their search. Wouldn't do to give them any other excuses. Guess I'll go with number 1. Could you now? You certainly couldn't do worse than this lot, anyway. Thieves made off with an ancient scroll of whale. They intend to blaspheme by selling that which should remain hidden, a secret of the 100 Visions. The guards caught one of them, but were overzealous in their interrogation. All they could piece together was something about a farmhouse on the road to Deerfoot. Track the thieves down. I don't care what you do with them, but bring back the scroll. Whale rewards the persistent seeker, and so do I. An ancient scroll of whale? That's a fine prize! I mean, a worthy task. Alright, well.
Yeah.
The questions about her and all that stuff can wait until after we've found this stuff. Abandoned farm on the path to Deerfoot. So that gives us an excuse to leave the city for now. I'm not sure if we're gonna... Yeah, we should. We probably should. These people seem like the people to ask, actually. If we're looking for some queen person, these are the people to ask, because they're the, like, mysteries people, right? So, definitely should do their little quest. Whoops. This might be troublesome. So let me guess, the catacombs are filled with undead because nobody... There's no quality control in fantasy settings, I'm telling you. That's not good.
I'm on the trail.
As you approach the dead man, you can feel faint traces of his soul lingering with stunned uncertainty holding it in place. When you near without warning, the soul hurries toward you as though you were a solitary light in the dank gloom of this place come to usher it away. Its essence invades your consciousness. You are in a different body now, walking deeper into the catacombs, cloaked in a dark robe with a mask pulled over your face. You're following a familiar path along the canal, heading to a room built around a statue of a figure wearing a robe much like yours. Others await, clothed in hoods and shadows. Ahead is another figure dressed like you, traveling in the same direction. You don't know his name, and that's how it's supposed to be. Out of the darkness, something monstrous grabs the other figure. You turn to flee, but find yourself face to face with a troll. The panic pounding through your brain is interrupted by razor-edged teeth and claws. You snap yourself out of the dead man's memory. The corpse lies on the damp and grimy ground. His hood and mask are missing, and his clothes are shredded. You alright? Looked almost like you lost your footing for a minute. Gonna go with number 2. You really are a watcher, aren't you? Once in a great many generations, one of my people is born with the ability to speak to souls. Usually such individuals become elders, or a lone set of tracks in the snow. I would have thought my journey would be easier if I could see what you see, but looking at you, I'm not so sure. I'm gonna go with number 1. These abilities seem useful, and I mean, the whole dreams thing is a bit uncomfortable for her, but I'm gonna go with number 1. Believe it or not, I once would have rejoiced to know I'd be picked to travel far in search of something great, but even these gifts come with a cost, don't they? Forgive me if I was a little skeptical of your abilities before. I can't say I've met a real watcher before. Oh, don't worry about her. She just likes doing that from time to time. Seems to cheer her up, so I just let her. Every time she goes a little strange in the face, I try and see if I can hear anything. It hasn't worked so far. See if you can get her to tell you what the spirit said.
Yeah.
Indeed. So there's one of those larger trolls here.
Let's see what lies this way.
I'm not sure if I want to... Actually, this is something that we need to deal with, now that I think about it. So, I'm actually going to change my formation. And I'm going to put her here. And we're going to put behind her gonna put Aloth here. You know what? I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna have it be a slightly tighter formation.
Yeah.
Didn't work at all. So how do I... Ah, here we go. There we go. So this will hopefully get myself... Okay, we actually want to pull back. Because it's not just this troll that we've got right now. Okay, so let's knock him on his butt. We failed on the second one.
Feels like I ate bad sweat.
Yeah, I should have marked that thing with her. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. Viscous foul-smelling smudge ebbs in the trench.
Time to see and not be seen.
People in these universes never seem to actually clean up the places that really need cleaning. So I'm actually going to just charge these guys. This is just black ooze, which we fought a million times before.
Hey.
Okay. Pull her out.
Eh?
There we go. So this guy was heading in the same direction that troll came from, presumably. Unless the troll's been around for a while, which is entirely possible. So there's a lesser black ooze here. Goodbye.
Eh?
We'll save this.
Laying low.
Shinies. This doesn't look like a catacomb, by the way. This looks like a sewer to me. Oh, here we go. Here are the catacombs.
Would you look at this?
There's a trap detected. Nope. Okay, so we can't disarm that trap. Most unfortunate. So my Defiance Bay reputation is currently neutral.
Would you look at this?
Okay, we're not gonna trigger any traps that are in here. On the plus side, no undead yet. Gonna check that. Okay.
Sure.
We're gonna check over on the other side here.
Laying low.
But yeah, one of the things that is interesting, I'm figuring that Aldrea would really not care about grave robbing either way, like one way or the other. She would care about grave robbing if, like, it's an active graveyard right? Like, obviously you don't steal from an active graveyard where you've got people actually... This is not gonna go
On
well.
your word,
It's gonna go very badly for me.
I cannot keep up
What the
this
heck
pace.
just happened?
Hey,
So, he's actually tanking right now, so we'll just do this. Yeah, press X. I think that I'm going to have everybody attack this one. There we go.
Yeah.
Yikes. Let's see. Why is he number 2 now?
What?
hey.
On your word.
Dealing with this is confusing because of the way that it interacts with this stuff. So let's see.
On your word.
He can now cast some cool stuff. I'm gonna use this, see if it works. Okay, that did not do what I would hope. Gonna pop this. Oh Jesus! I told you to attack this thing. Why did you run all the way over here? By the troll. Okay. As soon as we kill this, we're gonna run the risk of having the troll pop up and attack us. We really do not want that troll attacking Eldrea. But it's probably gonna happen. Unless she dies before it even gets a chance to. Oh my goodness.
Following your lead.
That's a problem.
Yes? What? Following your lead. What?
So she's just gonna be slapped in a defensive barrier. He's gonna take some damage, but sucks to be him. Drop this. Sacre bleu! These things really have a lot of hit points.
We got your
Unfortunately,
back.
he's not. Come on, man!
If it makes you rest easy.
Ah, shit. Oh. He's almost but not quite dead.
Yeah.
She is going to have to deal with the troll.
I'm here. Sure.
I don't feel so good.
Let's use this mark.
After
Adair
Hey.
killed that sporling finally.
each mock.
God damn it.
Feels like I ate bad seal meat.
Hey,
Let's find out what this is. Wounding shot, 12 seconds. Wow. She's actually attacking really, really fast.
Feels like I ate bad seal meat.
Okay, there we go. Now we get, oh, a lot of dank spores. That is dank, guys. Absolutely dank.
Sure.
See what lies this way.
Over here, find nothing. And we're
Eh?
actually getting close to level 6. I just realized that I found these axes, so I finally have access to some battle axes. So this gives an additional 0.5 to crit damage multiplier, which is really good. So instead of dealing the normal damage, it'll instead deal double damage, which is pretty cool. So I have all sorts of slaying things that I could slap on one of these things. I'm not sure what I want. A kith slaying is not a bad idea. Just having an item that I can't do fine because I don't have Pokemon Crown. Without the ability to slap fine on this, I don't think that it's worth it
Yeah.
to do the swap.
Light, flame, and sound.
What do I need in order to
Keep to ourselves.
make it more than fine? Exceptional would require a ruby, which I don't have, and a Vithrak brain, which I don't have. It also requires level 8. I can do accurate 1. I'm not sure if I
Yeah.
can do that and fine though.
Wayful sailmates made you.
Okay. Just attack. There we go. Sporling, 100% done.
Feels like I've been tossed around in a snowstorm.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark.
On the plus side, we will be leveling up soon, which means that she's going to be... Oh, hello, dank spores. We'll be able to get her set up. Now, there is a troll here. There's more than one troll here. My hope is that I can piss off the trolls. Come on. How much longer are you going to be charmed? This isn't good. Okay, so he's not charmed anymore.
Alright then.
And we have a slight issue here. Okay, so she's going to try to knock this thing over. She's going to mark it and then stab it in the face. He is going to do this and then stab it in the face, and he's going to beat on it. It is now prone and wounded. I don't know what wounding shot even does. What do you do again? It does raw damage over time. I thought I had you marked. Oh, right. Okay, I'm done. What was going on is I was holding shift when I clicked on the button, but I wasn't holding shift when I clicked on the target. So he's not knocked over. He now has the same amount of damage reduction because I didn't actually reduce it. And he's actually really wounded right now. I'm just gonna drop him out of the fight.
Feels like I ate bad seal meat.
Oh, he wasn't attacking.
Feels
So
like
she's
I ate
toast.
bad seal meat.
Can bring the dog in.
I don't feel so good.
This troll is really pretty rough. Good. So this thing is gonna go attack him.
Eh?
What? What?
Slight issue. Aldrea is now out of range.
Sacre tu!
Sacre tu! So let's see. Defense 103. Minus 56? Holy crap.
Yes?
Eh?
This thing would have some serious issues ever hurting him.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
Okay, so we're gonna pop this.
I don't feel so good.
Ooh, weakened. That's not fun at all.
Still.
On the plus side, I then crit it for 27 damage. On the negative side, this thing is causing problems for me. Gonna drop it down. Because that uses a reflex save, at least I think it does. She just hit for 26 points of damage. There we go. This thing was near death. She hits it for 26. It's still just near death.
would be good.
Crazy. So, this is something that we definitely need to deal with right now. It's just absolutely necessary to deal with an infestation of trolls inside the city. So we're going to swap to this, and we are going to charge this thing.
Wait. It's fatal.
Oops. Okay, so we need her to do this, followed by this. And we need him to do this.
You're not getting through me.
See if we can knock it down. Don't need to, it's dead. Points of slashing damage. See how high her accuracy is now. So her accuracy is 79 when she pulls her thing. This thing has virtually no defense. That's good to know. Makes sense. I mean, it's just sitting there.
Hello? Hello?
Vessel bone. Oh, there's another troll here.
Wait, sail is made to.
Point the
So
way.
what we're gonna do is send everybody in.
On your word.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm here.
Okay, so now we're marking. Hey, you're marked. So as long as it's still attacking him, we're fine. It has just switched targets, so it's not attacking him anymore. And it's dead. just didn't have a chance to even try to do anything.
Eh?
Just how I like it. So,
Hello?
we're gonna keep moving. There's another one of them there.
Way sailors.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Okay, so let's do this. Follow it up with this. And yeah, you can knock these prone. No problem. So, third verse, same as the first, I guess.
Way sailors made you.
It would appear that he is never going to make his saving throw against that. Let's see. And don't. Goodbye. What should she hit for? 29. Yeah, Aldrea's just ripping stuff up now.
Yeah.
All these crits. Chop chop.
Let's see what lies this way.
These are really easy to kill, by the way. They have their charm effect, which is quaint and all, but 6 party members, or yeah, 6 party members, because I got the puppy. It's just, they just don't have a chance. If they were closer together, so I had to fight multiple at the same time, that would be different, I guess, but they're not close enough together to prevent me from just fighting them one at a time, pulling away their troll guardians. Ooh, small Orland man appears to have pulled together some crates and scraps of cloth to make a rather sorry-looking little camp. The thick fur on his limbs is matted and his clothing smeared with a blackening grime. He looks startled as you enter, his eyes widening in alarm.
Good day to you.
Oh there, wasn't expecting any visitors. Down in these parts. Okay. What are you doing down here? I've been a little down on my luck lately. Didn't have anywhere to stay, so I thought I'd come down here. Nobody pokes around the catacombs much. Not until you, anyway. Okay. Let's talk about something else. What can you tell me about the catacombs? Haven't explored too much of it, to be honest. Got lucky finding this little corner of it, but let me think. Oh, the canal there, that's Grogan's canal. Grogan was the dwarf that planned the whole thing. It runs up through Andra's gift, spills out into the sea there. Otherwise, it's just a lot of bones. There's the Warrens for people who couldn't afford better, but it's all flooded now. The fancier folks, they all have their own resting places down here. Drier places. The Dukes of Deerwood are down here, actually, if you pay your respects. I'm gonna ask why he's down here again. Okay. Because it said again, so it was a different thing, and it was not grayed out. So
I'll
let's
take a
just
look.
check to make sure that lovely little tent is barely standing. The queen that wasn't still is. Interesting. This is what we're looking for. Dear sisters, do you still remember your first deliverance, when you strangled your first wrongdoer? Did you see the moment when life became death? Did you see the instance where your victim realized that Wodoka forgets nothing? When Wodoka takes back her throne, will you face her with pride, knowing that you have held your own oaths, or will you be amongst the word breakers? Wodoka teaches vengeance and memory, and while she is in exile, we must be her eyes and ears and let no injustice slip from the record. We must be the clenched fist that silences the lying breath. When Wodoka takes back her throne, all the injustices have slipped through the cracks of history will be righted. The villains hiding in plain sight amongst the innocent will feel the burned queen's choking grasp. Pray that you live to see the day that you will join our queen in the cleansing of the wicked. But know, my sisters, that we must be ready to see the end of our days without the return of our queen, for she will take back her throne, but it may be our daughters that serve the restored court. We must continue to live as we have always lived, hated by other faiths, even though we place justice above our own well-being. At least the Empire of Adir still holds our creed in proper esteem. It is a proper sign of respect that by imperial custom our clergy must oversee a contract for it to be legally binding. For who else understands the value of remembering one's oaths than Lodica's faithful? And let us not count our current blessings, for we still enjoy the support of the Paladin Order of the Steel Garrote. Really? Paladins of the Steel Garrote? Garrote is a, it's like a wire that you use to, choke someone. Basically you sneak up behind them and you garrote them. Garrote refers both to the action of garroting and the implement that you use to do it. You can use any sort of wire or thread, anything that you use is considered a garrote when you garrote someone with it. Anyway, that's a weird name for a paladin order, just saying. They too understand that society is built and broken by the oaths and rules of its people. When Wodica takes back her throne, my family will know that I was right to commit my life back to the exiled queen. When Wodica takes back her throne, the Strangler will stop being a story told to frighten our daughters, but a hero woven into the parables to teach our children justice. When Wodica takes back her throne, she will bring her flawless memory with her. Every transgression, every crime, and every injustice will be revealed. When Wodica takes back her throne, even gods won't be spared their due retribution. We need to take this. And we need to talk to this guy about the fact that he has something that is very interesting to us. Okay, never mind. Apparently we can't talk about that. Smoldering fires strewn with the meager remains of a recent meal. Fish bones, molded rind of cheese, and a blackened red crust. Okay, 2 lockpicks. Okay, so I suspect that this guy is related to the cult that we're looking for.
And what does the flame reveal?
But we will find out whether that is truly the case. Ooh, Morningstar. Nice. So, let's check it. Yes. Here's a great sword. He has a great sword, doesn't he? Yes. No, he has an in stock. Okay, so nobody has a great sword for me to compare it to, but where'd my Morningstar go? Did I just put it in the... I just put it in the bag, didn't I? No. Nope, this is the mace. Morningstar, am I... Oh, wait. Unwavering Resolve? When did I get this? This is gives +2 intellect. Oh! I'm not sure if I actually did this. So, young Tolino Keel and his father were ambushed by Vithrak whilst on their way to his twin elves. Before the child even registered the strange arachnids, his father thrust something in his hands and told him to run. As he turned to flee, the creatures blasted him with psionic energy. Tolino... What? Oh, Vithrak, okay. Cool. So, Tolino's mind reeled, nearly overcome by the insidious power. Suddenly he was pulled back to his immediate surroundings. Half sprinting, half stumbling away from the Vithrak and his stricken father, Tolino made it to the edge of the town where he collapsed. The town guards were baffled at how the child had withstood the attack. The item his father had given him was an old silver medallion. It was badly worn and missing its chain. The words, "Do not yield to fear," were barely visible upon the surface. As soon as he came of age, Tolino joined the personal guard of a local thane. When he did, he strung it on a thin silver chain and commissioned a priest to enchant the medallion with additional protective wards. Tolino went missing years later whilst on an expedition, the White March. So this gives +2 intellect and +1 resolve. Intellect is used for some things. I don't know what it's used for. Let's take a look. Intellect is used to increase the area of effect and the duration of things and build defense. So we don't need to worry too much about that for her. So area of effect sounds like something Durance would care about. And yeah, let's give that to him. The resolve is nice because it gives defense, but not very much so. I don't have to worry about it too much. So let's head over here. I have a suspicion that the reason this guy is down here is because all of his fellow cultists were killed. That's my thinking, is that he's a member of this cult.
I'm on the trail.
This
And
won't stop me for long.
there are interesting skeletal wizard. I want to pull back as much as I can. The human skeleton will go down really fast, so... What is this? So, Skeletal Ranger.
No problem.
Boom.
We'll fare better if we get some sleep.
So we have the two skeletal wizards as well. Oh shit. Okay, so it's nice that the ones that are patrolling are these wizards. Because it makes our life a lot easier.
What? Even
Hmm?
Hey.
Okay, so this thing's knocked over. It should be dead by the time it gets up. He's really injured. I'm actually gonna have him use triage on this guy. And I should have equipped him with that thing first.
No problem.
light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
But yeah, as soon as there are monsters in the graves, that's the point where you say, okay, grave looting is not a problem at this point. Because none of the living are going to be giving two craps, because none of the living obviously go there if there's a bunch of undead running around. So we have a skeleton fighter here. Oh right, I can turn undead. Forgot about that part. Cool. Save this. We're going to
Hello? Hello?
say hello to this guy. I think he's the last one, so...
Point the way.
So... this. Follow it up with this. Missed. Are you attacking? Clunk. Like, oh, you mean I can just walk 1 foot to the to the south, and then that will allow me to do what you've been telling me to do?
Reveal?
I guess I could do that. Okay, so we've cleared out the catacombs here.
Eh?
And we
Time
can
to
stealth.
see and not
Whoa!
be seen.
We stealthed right before we ran face first into this guy. It's pretty awesome.
Let's go!
Okay, so let's do this. Follow it up with this. She is nowhere near this guy. Knock this guy over. Shit. Okay, so we have to go south because this is unnavigable terrain, which clearly means that it should interfere with my ability to select my party. There we go. So we've now finished Black Ooze in terms of the stuff. The
Eh?
bestiary entry. And we have almost completely cleared out this dungeon. I don't know if there's going to be additional levels to it. I'm gonna pull back. I can't very easily surround them here. And okay. We're just gonna charge this thing.
Sure.
We'll fare better if we get some sleep.
Yeah. These two, huh? Always whining
I'm on the
about
trail.
sleep. Don't they realize that sleep is for the weak? What's up, guys? Okay, so I don't think I aggroed the other one. I think that I only aggroed this one.
Point the way.
I just don't want to fight this one where it was, because if I do that, I'm
Sure.
going to be in trouble.
Yes?
It's funny actually, because in some
Eh?
in some ways the AI is very like
All right then.
limited in terms of what it's going to do to prevent it from doing something that you don't want it to do. But at the same time, sometimes it just absolutely stupid
Yeah.
stuff while you're mid-fight.
I'm
It's
here.
kind of funny. Let's try and make him fight again. And we succeeded. Keep him down.
No problem.
Lo, their endless host, the harbingers doom.
Eh?
I shall be quiet as a cock, which is not very quiet.
Which is, well, not very quiet actually. And we have a staircase leading down. Fancy that.
Eh?
Hello. So you are a skeletal fighter, right? Yeah. So there's more than one skeletal fighter here.
On your word.
So, there's my alarm.
What?
Those two aren't going to be able to reach, so... knock him over one more time. This thing's using vigorous defense. But it's attacking Aldrea, which means that we can knock it over with them. There we go. So we're halfway done with the skeletal fighters. Save this.
No problem. Quickly and quietly.
Okay, she says quickly and quietly. That is a blatant lie. This is slowly and quietly. Let's see. 30 fighters. There's a human skeleton. Oh shit. So that mage might be a problem for me. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just pull. We pulled the entire frickin' room. That is not either anticipated or good. It is in fact neither of those things. So we have a skeletal archer, we have a skeletal fighter. Wait, what? Oh, Durant died. I forgot that he was near death. Whoopsies.
Got it.
So, I think what I'm gonna do, since we ended up pulling the whole pack there, is I'm just gonna chill over here.
Ready, Watcher.
All right then.
She always called me Watcher?
You can trust me.
Whoa, look at all that damage coming into Aldrea. Wow. She just got killed. Outright. That is a lot of damage. Oh, yes. I'm supposed to be ending the stream. I'm going to finish this fight first. I think that I can do it. I'll give it one or two more attempts before I
Sure.
end it. And I think that will be okay. It'll just require that I figure out the appropriate strategy for it. So let's put this on.
All right then.
There are a lot of ranged enemies. You know what? We're gonna do a pulling strategy. So let's get everyone else. We can get everyone else back later.
Hey.
It's fine. No, it isn't.
Yeah.
These guys won't be hasted if I do it then.
Hey.
Will be made on Ansaru.
No. This guy's so damaged. Fortunately, slightly too effective.
Ansaru. Will be made on Ansaru. Will be made on Ansaru. Yes?
There we go. Okay, and this guy's dead. One more skeleton fighter toast. Okay, I can afford to have my videos go a little bit over, just to get to a more coherent end spot. It's a wizard and an archer. It's just an archer. So we've got some melees here. Some really weak melees at that. Okay, so what we need here is to ensure that everything is dealing damage to the right person. Just here. So I'd like to take out this wizard if possible. Whoa, hello. Wow, how'd this one get badly injured? I guess it was just taking damage from the dot. Okay, so that's a wrap. We finished off all these guys. We're gonna loot their corpses. Very exciting for everyone involved, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'll press M. Looks like this is
I'm on the trail.
Yeah, that's gonna be the end of the stream for today. So, oh, never mind. We have one more to kill. There might be more than one. There are 2 skeletal wizards. Where are you? Ooh, 31 damage. Am I standing in death? Oh my god, Aldrea finished hers first. That is hilarious. The entire party was attacking one of them, and Aldrea is attacking the other, so naturally she kills hers first. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. Next time we will continue on with this stuff.